I don't set the world fire. I'm just a small lady. In my I have only desire.
Hi there.
Well, hello there. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, I'm pretty happy. I got this new thought bubble, and it sparkles.
There's a lot of sparkling going around over there right now, isn't
I
there?
know. I feel very shiny. Is the thought bubble too much?
Nope, it's
Oh,
perfect.
not for. It's not too much for June, is it?
No. That's why we are fabulously rainbowed today.
I love
So,
rainbows.
we have a special guest tonight.
Yes, we do.
We're going to bring in Hogatha soon. But for those of you that don't know this wonderfully fantastic, larger than life character, Hogatha, she is amazing. I cannot wait. I was going to touch
Beautiful,
base.
funny, heart of gold. What else could we ask for?
I know, exactly. So we got lucky.
I'd say that even if she weren't listening in the backstage.
Exactly. We got lucky, and you know what? Let's just bring her in.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Hi, Liz and Kelly. How are you?
Good evening,
Awesome.
Agatha.
Hi. I just feel so blessed, really, from the goddess that you guys would even invite me on something, a show. I feel like a big star.
You
So
are.
do we.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
We feel special that you said yes.
Would you be offended if I say guys?
No.
Eh,
Okay.
We're from California. We say dude a lot.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Well, you and I.
Oh,
Kelly just has to hear me say dude a lot.
I say dude a lot, and I'm not from California.
yeah, Kelly don't seem like the type of person who would care.
Not really, no.
Yeah,
No.
So I guess we'll go through some of the comments to start off.
yes, the queen. Hi,
Everybody
Lisa.
is saying hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Oh,
This is amazing.
Thank
Wow.
you.
hi, Holly. Oh,
Oh,
I could see my friends. Yes.
Yes, and Lisa O'Boyle and Molly are two of my best friends in the whole world.
Oh, they're great people.
oh, look at all these people.
And Roxy.
Oh,
Yeah,
hi,
hello.
Roxy.
Hello.
Oh, Holly, she's a good girl. I got Holly. Do you know what Holly did? Holly burnt her bottom. She sat on a bowl of soup and hurt her butt, and she got a big blister and scabs all over it.
So,
She was crazy one day.
Kelly, what did you do?
I stuck my leg to the tailpipe on my motorcycle because I'm stupid and I rode it in shorts.
Oh my goodness, that must have hurt.
You wouldn't believe how many cuss words I know when it really comes down to it.
I bet in different languages too.
Actually, 5.
Hi, everybody. Oh, I see
It's-
Megan. Did you see Megan? She's my manager.
Oh,
Oh, hi.
well, hello there, Megan.
Yeah, there she is.
And then, sorry, I'm going through really fast because they're like,
Oh yeah, they get a lot of them.
Man, sitting between you two makes me look really good. It's like, man, I'm with the hard hitters now. I'm with the pretty girls.
we are all kinds of colorful today. So,
You can't see it, but I'm actually wearing camo too.
I don't know how that makes this better, but it does make it like that much better that you're wearing camo. And the best
Yeah.
part is when Frank does come in, he's also wearing camo.
Oh, we're Twinkies again.
I was wearing camouflage today too. That's funny. I bought some new shorts. I just came in from Amazon.
Ooh.
We need to talk after the show because I'm having so much trouble finding anything that fits, and I know you're a tall lady like myself.
Kelly, did you see that your cat jumped on the back of your chair and was trying to get your leg?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm really not surprised. I'm surprised she's not in the feed yet. She's usually here.
Yeah, she jumped. We were like, uh-oh, the cat's gonna die. Like, after you walked away, there she was, like, here
Well,
comes Zoe
I
going,
saw Angie Williams talking. She's actually one of our followers from everything I do online. Everywhere I go, Angie's there, and I appreciate that.
And Angie,
Angie's awesome.
hi Angie.
Roxy says that she thinks that Kelly wears camo at least 26 days a month.
At least, yeah.
Yeah? Hey, Calvin.
Hi Calvin.
And I didn't say it, so hello, Angie. Awesome. All right, so I guess let's jump into this. What are we talking about tonight? We are talking a little bit about Pride.
Yes.
And then we're just gonna wing it and have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I have questions.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, I have
yes.
questions.
Awesome. So I guess I'll get to the mean stuff for a second here.
Perfect.
So if you guys didn't know, Pride did not start out as a parade. It was riots. It was a series of riots. And most notably would be the Stonewall Inn riots in Greenwich Village. And this would be June 28th, 1969. There was actually this bar that was a gay bar. It was originally not a gay bar, and they were allowed to serve alcohol. But in the 60s, you weren't allowed to have a liquor license when you were a gay establishment. They wouldn't give you one. But this specific location was owned by a mob family who paid off the authorities to allow them to get a liquor license. Well, on the 28th of June, they got raided by the police. And, hi there. I'm talking. This is the Viking that I was talking about.
Oh, hi Viking.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, let's not show the junk back there.
Hello.
So basically, what ended up happening was a very, very fast response where they went in and started breaking heads, like literally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there were several people who stood up to the police in that situation. And it did turn into multiple demonstrations in which several people got very seriously injured. But, so glossing over the really horrible parts and stuff like that, because let's be real, most of us know how riots go.
Oh yeah.
This
Well, not
was
in Texas.
actually something that
we don't
turned
have
into a
riots
good
here.
thing in the future. You don't have riots?
No.
Yeah, we don't have any in California. What are you
We don't
talking
have riots in Texas, but go ahead.
Yeah.
But getting hardcore aerial vibes, by the way. Hogatha. Yes.
Oh, this. Yeah.
And you know what? The sequence goes with the aerial vibe.
I think so. It's kind of mermaidy, isn't it?
I love
It
it.
is.
My hair looks red. It's very fuchsia. My hair's fuchsia pink.
Okay. Yeah, mine's actually brighter green than it's showing, so.
Cameras don't do well today.
No, cameras hate me. I get My hair has looked blue for how long, and it's always been different colors?
How funny.
I've never seen it blue. It just looks blue.
So, basically, the Pride Parade happened as a way to remember the riots, really. And it's just continued to be what it is now, which is a huge show of awesome. People getting together, having fun. People getting together, showing their pride, showing their colors, showing everything. And so, I wanted to give a little history lesson, because that's
Showing
what I
everything,
tend
yes.
to do. Showing
Sometimes
everything. Quite literally sometimes.
Showing things I'm not old enough to see yet, but it's fun.
Quite literally sometimes. Me, I'm the one that goes down there with seashell pasties and fishnets.
You go to the parade. You go to the parade with the seashells on.
Yes.
Oh wow. Yeah,
I used to, I used to go to Long Beach one all the time.
Oh my God, I've been there twice.
Isn't it so much fun?
It sounds like we have a girls' day out next June.
You know, it's funny because me and Marquina, on our second date, we were going to go to Pride, right? And so we end up in Long Beach. And Marquina had never been to a Pride before. She's kind of butchy. And how can I put it? It's just not her gig, you know. She's kind of a very heterosexual lesbian. But we go there, and the guy at the door says, "Okay, that'll be $20 each at the gate." And, you know how they put a big fence in Long Beach, like kind of around a section of the city.
Mm-hmm.
And Marquina looks at me and she goes, $20. She goes, "But I'm gay. Why do I have to pay to come in to spend $20 on my pride?" And that's just the price of admission. And then she looks at me, she goes, "Would you rather just go get dinner and walk on the beach?" I said, "Sure."
Yeah.
So me and Marquina have never been to a pride together, but I've been to one by myself.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I am
I'm
sharing out our show right
notorious for
now.
going to the Pride picnic, the one-day event, and not making it back for about 5 days.
Oh,
Coming home sunburned,
oh
smelling
no.
weird, sticky, covered in glitter,
Oh,
still
God.
drunk. Still drunk, mind you, yeah.
Yes. Oh, my God.
I accidentally sent this to some people that are in here, Kelly.
Oops.
I may have also sent you the link, Hogatha,
What link to what?
to the show we're doing right now.
Oh, so now you have a bunch of people popping in to want to get on.
Yes. So
We're
see.
okay. It's all fun, people.
Yes.
Kelly has some questions.
I do.
Okay, Kelly.
I love drag. Okay, I just want to state that.
Okay.
And you actually remind me of the very first drag queen I ever met. Her name was Stella. In her heels, she was about 7'5".
Okay.
And I turned 21 in the gay bar, and that's the night I met Stella. Stella looks down at me on the way to the bathroom and goes, "Blonde hair is such a bit," and I've been hooked ever since. And then the queens all ended up taking me to the bathroom and playing with my hair because, well,
You know what? You have a lot of hair. I didn't see all that hair before.
yeah, I had it all put up. But yeah, I've got massive curly hair, natural gray.
That's great.
Natural gray.
Yeah, this is life experience.
Yes.
But yes, I have drag questions if that's okay.
I don't mind at all.
All right. I can't see because it's dark. Well, we got. First of all, say hello to Marquina for me if you would. I just love Marquina.
Okay, well, she'll probably come in and sit behind me later.
That would be awesome. So, where did you come up with the character of Hogatha?
I came up with Hogatha just as a whim one day, to see if people would buy it as a real person, and they did.
I love it.
And they did think I was a real person. And the whole thing I was doing was I was taking really as many victim check boxes that you would check off, and I decided to make them all into one person. And so I've been kind of called the meme queen, where, how can I put it? You name it. I basically I decided to really kind of out victimize other people. So when anybody said that they had a problem, my problem was bigger. Okay. So and the funny thing is, I found while I was sort of making fun, a lot of people really have liked it. They liked it because it made their problems less severe. And pretty soon, I honestly started getting emails and Facebook messages from people who were literally like terminally ill, and they were thanking me for raising their spirits. People who are truly handicapped and have problems have said that I bring so much joy in their life. And I actually started, these handicapped people would come onto my show and I would make fun of them. Like, any drag queen would do, or there's some like insult drag queens. And they insult people and, poking fun. Everybody knows that's a part of the whole routine. But nobody will do it to people who have problems because they look at them as fragile. Well, the thing is, the reality is we all have problems. We all have them. And just some, everybody handles them differently. So when, like there was this one guy, no, a girl, the first girl, her name is Wheelchair Girl.
I love Wheelchair Girl.
Oh, I love her too. And you know what? I asked her all the hard questions that everybody really wants to know, but they really don't want to ask because they're afraid of offending her. Well, I don't care about offending people. Okay. And so I asked her, so how'd you get crippled? I mean, she's just a normal person, just a normal person in a wheelchair. I asked her, so what happened? And she told me her boyfriend threw her down a staircase.
Oh my
damn.
God.
Well, which brings awareness to, abuse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I started using these people's problems as a way of raising awareness. It made them feel great because people usually ignore those people. People who are like in a wheelchair and you're walking down the street or the mall, typically people will overlook them and they won't even make that a part of anything. Well, they want to laugh. I laugh at myself all the time. I'm sure you guys too. And, I make fun of my fat. I make fun of my balding. I make fun of my missing teeth. I do all that shit. And so I decided, other people, they have the same problems. And so why am I going to be afraid of it? And I've got a great response from highlighting people's problems and tragedy. And that's just kind of where I've been going with this. And people love it.
That's awesome. I'm rather familiar with Wheelchair Girl. I practically follow her too. For you,
I love her. She's so neat. I love her. She was so honest about her problems. I had another guy named Huge Ass. Unfortunately, I haven't seen him in a while. He's an older man in a mobility scooter. Yes, Huge Ass. There, Lisa knows. He's an older man in a mobility scooter. I would talk about how old he is. I would talk about his big fat ass in his mobility scooter. He loved it. He loved the attention. A lot of these people are lonely. They're at home. They're bored. Nobody pays attention to them. And it's like, well, why not? We can make fun of them too.
Well, one of our mods, you got to meet him earlier. He was saying he was born missing his left hand.
Oh, wow.
And actually, his next response is, "That's awesome. You go, girl."
Hopefully he didn't miss his right hand. Does he still masturbate? So I'd love to know. and how does he hold his phone in front of him while he's watching porn? Wow,
I would say propping it up would probably be the best way.
Little kickstand.
That's why you have the pop sockets, right?
Yes. Maybe he holds it with his foot. That would be kind of awkward. But
now I'm going to have to ask him later because we're really good friends, and I ask him all kinds of messed up questions.
Right. How do you masturbate? Yeah. Well, because typically, as a woman, when I usually masturbate with my left hand, but when I really want it to feel like a stranger, I do it with my right.
But you have to sit on your hand first.
Yes. Hi, Shelly. Shelly masturbates all the time.
Oh, shit.
Hi, Andy dear.
That was greatness.
So I have a question. Can you teach me how to walk in heels? Because I can't do it to save my life.
Oh, Lord. You know what? I've always struggled with that. Especially, I of course only wear the heels when I perform. And I actually have to walk. You know who Peg Bundy is? Peg Bundy on Married to Children. She kind of does these little steps. That's how I walk.
That's how I have to walk in heels.
That's me, dear. I'm a big girl and I can't look elegant. I can't look like an elegant, giraffe or something walking.
I look like a baby giraffe.
Yeah.
My foot.
I've never been able to walk in heels very well.
Kiss has given, Gene Simmons gave some advice on how to walk in heels, and he says stomp.
Oh, okay.
That's how he walks in his heels.
That's great for a big demon, but how does a lady stomp and look really classy? Yeah, I'd love to know too.
I think the people learning to walk in heels look like they got a poop. Like bad.
If you guys get the chance, there's a video called "Do the Vegas Girl."
Yeah. What is
that? It's talking about. It's basically filming all these drunk girls, and most of them are falling over their heels.
Oh yeah, it's the waist.
Yes.
I always watch the drunk Russian girls trying to walk. Those are great because their heels are like this big,
I like, girls like me, the real big fat ones, who wear the heels and then the heel bends backwards. Have you seen that?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And then there's these like, okay, so there's these Lady Gaga heels that don't have heels on them.
Oh, the gravity heels, I believe.
Yes.
Mhm.
By the way, they're comfortable as hell.
Really?
Those are the only ones I've ever been able to walk in.
Well, I guess it would give you kind of stability at the base, like, because it's a little
Mhm.
thicker, it goes in the back. Yeah.
I've
could see-
actually met a
Oh,
queen
boy.
about your height that wears those kind of heels only on a thigh-high boot, and they're phenomenal.
Oh my God.
And jumps up in the air and lands in the splits in them.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I could never do that. I could never do that. Hi, Scott. Scott runs a divine fan page. Love
We
it.
are great, Jeff, by the way.
I promise, Hoggy, if I ever see you jump up and land in the splits, I will just call for help.
Kenny, put all your weight on the front.
You'll have to see me in the hospital. Because there's no way that I'm going to survive that.
Alvin.
Calvin says, I never masturbate. I was walking in the shower once and it went off by accident. Of course. Thank you, Marie. Thank you.
I have no words, Calvin, no words.
I used to wear golf boots. Yeah, I face planted the pavement a couple times.
Oh, those would be like the big, like the Herman.
I can do platforms.
I could do that.
I used to wear nothing but platforms because I'm so short. And nobody realized how short I am. Until I took them off and started wearing Chucks all of a sudden.
My vibrator has a full start.
What?
Andy Royce.
That's
What
great.
did I miss? Oh God.
Yes,
Has a pull start.
I agree with
And to you, sir.
So,
Thanks, Shelley.
I walk like Whoopi Goldberg in the movie Ghost. High heels, no way.
Oh yeah, she struggled, didn't she? She did.
She can't walk barefoot.
She's like a lumberjack in heels,
She can't walk, period, much less in heels.
right?
Those hoof heels are, I think they're basically gravity heels, right?
I would wear those, not gonna lie.
I've seen queens mix them, like put fur over them to look like a horse or,
Yes.
any kind of animal.
Now I only wear heels. I wear our platforms. Yes. Yes.
I want
thank you so
some
much,
of those
Jeff.
goat heels.
What?
I want some of the goat hoof heels. I'd wear those.
Those are cool.
I'd wear them. I'd probably die, but I'd wear them. Explain that at the enemy's office.
Vibrator.
This and goat heels.
I'm all, so what happened was,
They'll come after your gun and your cock. Oh no, they're not going to get my gun.
Now you sound like a Texas girl.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you. In California, yeah, I bought my first gun. I would say about a year ago. Because being California, everybody's afraid of guns, so I was always afraid of them. And then I, went to a shooting range one day, and I went, "Wow, this is great! And I'm a pretty good shot." So and then the way things have gone and stuff, and I live in a very violent city. It's one of the most dangerous cities in California.
yep.
I hear gunshots all night long, and I'm like, well, one of these days, maybe those bullets are going to come my way, and I want to be ready with my own. So,
I mean,
know.
4 years or bigger.
Kelly has heard it a few times. We'll be sitting here and you hear pop, pop, pop.
oh, yep, I know where you live too. Yep.
Yep. And so, we'll be like, well, we got to go grab the dogs real fast. The gunshots have started.
Well, yeah, like me and Martina have cats, and they get scared. They really do. And plus the fireworks. Do you get the fireworks too?
Constantly.
Yes.
here.
Oh my God.
Yep, we do too.
At least it's all over the country and not just us.
Yeah, and one time Marquina called the police because they were hitting our house.
Mhm.
Because they were doing them out in the street in front of us, and the cops never came. Our city, they don't care. The cops don't.
Same. It's not even worth it at this point.
Well, I live in a town of 1,000 people. We have, the whole EMS, fire department, everything will fit in my living room. So we're just kind of here on our own with water hoses when the shit goes down.
Sometimes you have to. Oh, Canada's too low. Oh.
And
Yeah,
then we hear that too. We're ghetto adjacent.
I live in the country and it's snake season. There's always somebody shooting around here.
It's snipe season.
Snow snake.
Oh,
Yeah, it's rattlesnake season.
You know what? I have a friend who lived out in Palm Springs, and they had on their picnic table one day, they had a rattlesnake up there. That's my only time I've ever seen one.
Really? I mean, we keep them as pets in Texas. I mean, I don't because I'm not stupid, but
Do you have a belt made out of one?
not at this time. I used to, honestly, I used to harvest my own snake skins and dry them and make wall hangings as a kid.
God, how cool!
and
Our
like,
kids love that.
why haven't I seen this yet?
I haven't done it in years. Well, like 5 or 6.
South Texas. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, you're gonna hear gunshots by the border.
Oh yeah, I live about maybe 2 hours from the border. Let me see. Our cops don't come either. Oh, Shelly, I know where Shelly lives.
Okay. Yeah.
She lives more toward LA.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Man, if I lived where y'all live, I would never leave the house without at least one sidearm. Never.
Okay,
You know what?
Holly.
Oh.
It says she said that you can only set them off on special days. Yeah, in California you can only set them off on special days too. That don't stop shit.
No.
Sorry to interrupt. I just had to comment on that.
In fact, I don't know where you guys live. I know where you live, but here we can't set off fireworks even during the 4th of July. We can only do like the ones in the street that never shoot up.
We can do all those, but it's not like it stopped anyone from getting the mortars.
Oh no. Yeah. I mean, I know people who go south of the border to get it, and I know people who go up to Washington. Washington sells the good ones too.
Oh, when I lived in Tennessee, we used to drive to Missouri to a place called Boomland.
Oh yeah, Missouri was a place to get them too, and cheap cigarettes too, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What's it? Indian reservations are there, or is it just the whole state?
Well, I know in Oklahoma, the reservations and the smoke shops, they're like really cheap. Everything's really cheap.
Oh, I love
But
it.
the beer's watered down too, so, you know.
When I was a driver, I loved going out of state and seeing everything. Like I was shocked when you could see spray paint on a shelf that you could actually pick up and buy.
Right?
They're all
Really?
caged up there. But then Walmart's caging up everything.
They caged up the Tide Pods.
Well, it's because society has lost its fucking mind.
Well, you know what else? I was shocked. I recently bought a car and I wanted an air freshener. Walmart locks up their air fresheners. And I looked at the prices, they're $4. $4 and $5. I'm like, I can't believe it that I have to be inconvenienced by waiting for an associate with a key to hand me a $2 item that probably cost them 5 cents.
You're right.
They lock up the air fresheners?
Yes, at Walmart. You guys,
Why?
Oh
You see
shit!
Mario
I didn't mean to bring that up, but
do you see Mario Estrada in your comments?
yes,
Mario, can I tell your story?
right here.
Yes. Can I tell your story about bot?
That's funny.
Mario has he's a really good friend of mine. He has a page called Mario Presents. He's a homosexual, Latino homosexual. I mean, you can tell by his name he's Latino, obviously. But he's a little homosexual. He's a good friend of mine.
He's just a little homosexual, or
Well, he's big homosexual little guy.
little guy, big. Okay, got it.
Big homo, big. We went marching, protesting in West Hollywood, and he wore high heels. He wears high heels like whenever he's doing anything political. But
Somebody
Mario,
teach me.
we're not talking. Oh yeah, Mario's the one to tell you. He can tell you. But Holly says that it's not true. You can steal as much in California without being charged. Yeah, California. Well, you know, Liz, we could steal $995 worth of stuff and nothing will happen.
I think they lowered it to about 500.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, Mario said yes. Okay, so Mario was throwing a party. I can't remember what it was. I'll be honest, I don't remember. So he bought all the carne asada, carnitas, everything from this one local grocery store. And he didn't have them. Mario is very defiant with the mask. Okay, so he doesn't want to wear it. Well, so he started wearing a beekeeper hat with a net. He says it's a face covering, which it is. But anyway, so he walks in the store like that. They're telling him it was a Halloween baby. So he goes, sir, you can't come in here. First of all, they didn't ask him his pronouns. They just assumed he was a sir. But anyway, so he walks in and he goes shopping, fills up his basket, and they're telling him, we're not going to serve you. We're not. So but he's still shopping. He goes in and he puts everything on the belt to be rung up. They say, I'm sorry, we're not going to serve you. And he's like, I have money. I'm going to pay for this. No, we're not going to serve you. He said, okay. So he put everything back in the basket. They said, no, we'll take care of it. He goes, no, I'll take care of it. He puts everything back in the basket and goes to the exit. Walks out the exit, and they're telling him, you can't take that. He goes, really? Are you going to stop me? And they didn't. And he went right to his car, unloaded all the groceries in his car, and drove away. So in California, they wouldn't sell you something, but they would allow you to steal it. It was amazing. Amazing.
That's California.
He provided food for so many people on Halloween. Didn't pay that for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like, well, whatever. It's legal to steal, but it wasn't legal to purchase it.
I'm so confused right now.
Yes, it's a true story.
Considering I live in a state where there's one offense you can still be publicly hanged for.
Oh my God.
Cattle wrestling. Yep.
Lisa says Plan B is locked up.
Well, that's a mistake.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe they should unlock Plan B and let people steal it.
Please, give it out like candy.
Start seeding the clouds with it.
You're like, go like this,
You're like, oh. We could put it in the pinata for parties.
Yes. And every time a millennial opens their mouth to speak, blow one down their neck with a blowgun. We're taken care of.
Liz, are you a millennial?
No. Maybe. I don't know what I am.
Exactly, Andy. Yes, Oklahoma beer is just like sex in a canoe.
So I know. I mean, me and Kelly are probably Generation X. I know I am.
I'm probably millennial or Gen
What-
Z or some crap.
What year are you born in? Or if you don't mind.
86.
86. Oh my God! I was in high school. I was just getting my driver's license and working at Taco Bell.
Nice.
Isn't she cute, Hoggy?
I could be her mother.
And I could be her uncle.
I'm Uncle Kelly! Uncle
Yeah.
Kelly!
I've actually got a ton of kids that call me either that or dad because I am a terrible female role model. I can't do hair. Obviously, this is the best I can do for makeup. I can teach them. Oh, thank you. I can teach them to spit, cuss, and shoot guns.
Well,
There you go.
that's half the battle right there.
Yeah, and make tacos. I can teach them to cook. I just can't teach them anything girly. I actually learned how to walk like a girl from a drag queen when I was about 21 or
We said
22.
carne asada.
Well, it makes sense because drag queens are exaggerated women. So, they could teach you all that stuff. Really.
Yeah, that's the night I learned that I don't drink Budweiser too.
Yeah, that stuff gives me a headache.
Well, about the fourth pitcher in, I knew I was doomed to like die a miserable death the next day, so I just kept drinking.
So we know. So we know I'm a lesbian drag queen. So Kelly, you're a lesbian,
Yes.
right? And then, oh my God! So you're a bi?
Yeah.
Oh my God! This is a bi.
And I married a trans woman.
Oh my goodness!
Hence the flag.
Have I ever met? I'm trying to think if I've ever met a couple like that. I grew up across the street from a lesbian couple in the 70s and 80s, and they were the kids were our friends, and they were just normal kids. I mean, and they grew up to be heterosexuals, both kids, both very heterosexual, very heterosexual.
And yes, I am adopted my kitty that just popped in. I'm her kid's baby daddy.
Oh, God.
I get Father's Day phone calls and texts and
I love it.
I'm bisexual and demisexual.
I don't know what that word means.
Is demi that means like half? Doesn't that mean two or half or what? I don't know. There's so many. I really feel bad for people these days because everything was so simple when I was young. I was just a big faggot. And that was
So, demisexual means that you only feel sexual attraction towards people with whom you already have a strong emotional connection to.
Oh, okay. I like that word.
That kind of means you're not a slut.
Yeah, basically, it just means you're not a slut.
Okay, so that just means you're not a slut. You only have sex with people that you have an emotional connection with.
I like that.
Yeah, meaningful stuff.
Well, isn't
like
that kind of Christian? I mean, isn't that kind of? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to bring any religion up. Okay.
It covers a wide spectrum, actually. I mean, you know.
But I get where you were going with that.
Right. Okay.
Wanting to have that emotional connection first.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what our parents told us to do.
Yes, what our parents told us to do. There we go.
But not necessarily a deity for preventing us from getting naked.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Got it.
I love how people are laughing because I was all, oh!
May the deity of your choice never force you to keep your clothes on.
We made an agreement. There were things we don't talk about.
Yeah, I smell like patchouli.
Yes,
I
Andy,
do.
like a normal, healthy relationship.
I smell like patchouli.
Is it patchouli also called graveyard dust? Is it called graveyard dust too? No, when I was in high school, and I was like a goth kid, and we used to wear patchouli all the time, and it was at some places was called graveyard dust.
Well, yeah, because it smells like dirt.
Yeah,
I like it.
But I love
like
it.
a lot.
He hates it.
It reminds me of...
Marquina's mother is 72 and she loves it. She wears it. But she's like a hippie. Well, she's like a Black Power hippie. Yeah,
I've been listening to stuff on the Black Death all day, so now that it reminds me of that, because what they used to stuff in the bills of the mask and everything like that. I just ruined the mood, didn't I?
No, we were talking about demisexual, meaning that you need to establish an emotional connection with somebody before you can be attracted to them. And Andy says, so like a normal, healthy relationship then.
So that person wouldn't visit a glory hole or anything.
No, probably
not.
Unless you're bringing your partner lunch to work.
I see Frank has been in a glory hole a couple times.
Maybe.
He's been on the receiving end.
I'm not sure what's going on. I was like, oh, I get what you're getting at down here. All right.
You picked the wrong time to walk in, Frankie.
What was the Family Guy episode where he was like, I found him on Grindr. It was for people who like eating Grindr sandwiches and he's sticking a sandwich through a glory hole.
Yeah, I forget. A grinder is like a submarine. That word. Many words for that sandwich. Yeah.
They were sticking.
I won't be calling it that.
The grinder through the freaking glory hole, and he was like, "Yeah, what is this meatball?"
That was recent, wasn't it? I could swear I saw it recently. Yeah, that was so.
I have a question. Do you eat a grinder sandwich with your hand on the back of your own head? Just a thought.
Hey, if it's good enough.
This is too fun.
So Kelly has more questions.
Oh, go ahead. I mean, we're getting we're getting it like a pride or that's in here. So glory holes are a part of it.
I do have to play a commercial real fast because we're already at 40 minutes.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Well, we'll be right back. We could totally just do shots together.
I have a beer.
I'm totally down.
I have a
That was
beer
exciting.
snob.
That was is that you're drinking beer, Frank?
I'm a beer snob.
He is.
I like my beers.
I just drink anything I have.
When I saw down below, I was like, Liz, look, she's drinking right now. She's drinking.
Like I have this turpentine in the bathroom.
I may have partook of something similar to what they're describing.
Oh, okay. You know
It's
what?
legal in California, everybody.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's my bedtime thing.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know why I can't do that during the day. I become a zombie. So
I
Me
don't
too.
function very well usually if I do too much towards
Yeah.
but I usually it's nighttime right now, so this is when I
I'm
partake.
gonna do it. Oh, that's right. We're in the same time zone. That's right.
Yep.
Where are you at? Are you up
I'm in San Bernardino.
San Bernardino? Oh, you're down in San Bernardino. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I'm down. That's right.
Down.
Yeah, so I'm over the grapevine, and I'm east.
Yay.
Yeah, it gets me every time.
Megan, yay, Dr. Pepper!
Oh, Megan loves Dr. Pepper.
Me too.
It's the
His dad
elixir.
did too.
It's the elixir of life.
Yeah, well, me and his dad would sit there drinking Dr. Pepper all the time, but I couldn't drink it after him
And-
because everybody used to drink his Dr. Pepper, so he started shaking it and making it flat on purpose.
And you guys get mayonnaise and everything like that?
Oh, I love mayonnaise.
Too much.
Okay, I do have another question.
Okay.
I know that you have at least one other drag character. How many drag characters do you have, and a little bit about them?
Okay, so the Kitty, my only other, yeah, okay, I was one named Kitty Demure. Kitty is pretty, classically pretty, and kind of tries to be, glamorous and pretty, but is really not a character. It's just, it was like a look that I used when I would perform live, things like that. I did that. I did that character for a while. I was in like a pageant, a drag pageant, performed, on open stage nights and stuff. But then I got out of it, and the reality is I'm older, and a lot of these people are very, very, very young, 18, and they're the ones who can do the splits and the death drops and jumping from staircases on their backs and all that crap. And I can't do that. I could barely walk in heels, so I just kind of got out of it. But then with this character has been a resurgence of me doing drag, which this was never meant to be a live performance. So I've had to develop a look that's from here down and a stage presence, because I'll be performing in July at a club here in Pomona. You guys may know where Pomona is.
Yeah, my best friend lives in Pomona. He lives on the edge of Pomona going into Carbon Canyon and all this other stuff.
Oh, okay, like near
Yeah.
Diamond Bar area.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a big nightclub called 340 Nightclub. It's a big multi-level dance club, gay. They have all the popular
That's
RuPaul
ridiculous.
drag queen girls there. Lots of go-go boys and dance shows. They have a
Fun.
big stage with stage lighting and smoke and everything. It's like the whole drag fantasy. And
I'm in.
so my friend owns the club, and so I'm going to be performing there in July. So
Awesome.
I've had to try to translate Hogatha into a stage persona, which is why I've been practicing more with heavier makeup and this kind of stuff, and
When in July?
the 16th.
Dang it!
But in
I have a
Hogatha,
wedding the next day.
Hogatha was
Do it anyway.
Hogatha really came on the scene really with minimal makeup and as a character who was troubled. And I started social media because my therapist told me that it's better for me to make friends and not be a shut-in and be more vulnerable and let people in. So that's where kind of like the groundwork of Hogatha started, and now here I am 2 years later. Hogatha has graduated into being having a big enough self-esteem to get on stage and face a crowd.
I love it.
Well, I've got to come to California, I think, sometime later this year, and I really hope that you're performing while I'm in town.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I would love it.
When you're in town, let me that way. When you're in town, let me know, and we will go down there for that performance.
Oh, that'd be great.
If nothing else, we should all get together and do a live together.
Oh,
so
that's
down.
yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down
Yeah,
for
because
all
we was gonna go spend a day at Frank and Liz's anyway, because Frank wants to cook for me, and I'm a fat kid.
Yeah, I cook a lot.
He's a
I'm
good cook.
going to get fatter. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
smoke the meats.
Andy's asking where we are located.
I'm in the middle of Texas, outside of Fort Worth.
I'm in California, in Bakersfield.
Bakersfield, California.
And I'm San Bernardino, California. Oh, you already asked them, not me. Andy knows where I'm at.
How long ago did you? How long have you been doing drag?
Well, okay, so God, I guess that's how do you drag, like as in performing or dressing up?
Dressing up.
Since high school. I was doing this in the 80s. You know, I hate, we talk about pride and stuff. I had pride before there was pride. I was never afraid to be myself. I mean, Boy George was popular. I loved Boy George.
Still do.
Someone mentioned Kiss. Kiss was like my first men makeup moment that I loved. So I was really influenced by Kiss, loved Boy George, loved Susie and the Banshees. And I used to do my makeup just like Susie when I was in high school.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I would, and I was, I was myself. I already wasn't really popular, so, and always called, the F word for gay people, which me and Marquina use it all day long now. She uses the N word too, but I don't. But she can because she has a tan. But anyway, so
oh shit! You hit your giggle button.
I was always that person who just didn't care. I'm gonna get shit anyway. So I decided, well, why not be? I'll wear the makeup. I'll do everything that I want to do. And so I was wearing like a full face of makeup as a junior, senior in high school. And then I don't know, I got into makeup artistry and cosmetology and stuff. I kind of let that kind of stuff. I guess I looked at it as I was growing up, because then, I was like a goth person as well. And you had to I would apply for a job and they say, well, you kind of have to color your hair a normal color and not wear all the earrings and not the white face makeup. And, this was the late 80s, early 90s. And I'm like, okay, I just realized if I'm going to be a part of the corporate world, I'm just going to have to conform. And so I did. And so I was that conformed person for many years. And then I just one day, I became a driver, and then I quit and I started working in the nightclub business. And that's when I got back into drag. And so I was around all the drag queens, all the famous ones, help them in the system, in the dressing room and meet and greets and merchandising stuff. And I had a lot of fun. And I decided I'm going to get back into it. So then I started doing it. I loved it. And then I realized, well, I'm up against all these performers that are very young. I already told that story. So yeah, I've been doing this since I was a teenager, but, performance wise, probably the last 10 years, is when I really started doing a live lip syncing and sometimes live singing performance.
You should sing more often.
It is something I'm adding. People either love it or they hate. And I've come to realize doing what I do, you can't make everybody happy. You just can't. So, and I've lost.
They're awesome.
I've lost people. And that's fine. You just gain more. But it's yeah. So what I'm going to do is I guess a technical secret for my next performance coming up. I'm recording my own music. I'm taking karaoke tracks of songs I'm going to do. I'm going to put my own vocals to it, and I'm going to do like Madonna does, and I'm just going to sing to my own, my voice. I'm going to layer my voice live over a pre-recording.
Oh, cool. So, being a musician, I'm going to have to ask you how you're doing all this crap later, because
Audacity. There's a program called Audacity where you can take your music that you want, and then you could put your vocals over it. You can even tweak it. You can auto-tune it if that's what you want to do. It's called Audacity. It's a free program.
I guess we're going to have to look into that.
Somebody jot that down. Never mind, I have a notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the notebook.
I have the notebook. And this fabulous pen.
Plus, I don't think I'm spelling things properly.
Oh, thank you, Holly. Oh, bye, Lisa. Oh, yeah, she's leaving. Yeah, she's saying goodbye. She lives on the East Coast, so it's late for her.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye.
Oh, goodness, my nose.
But I think the first time I sang live on stage was I did a Britney Spears contest. And I do realize if I can't dance and if I can't do the splits and stuff, I could sing live, and a lot of them can.
So when you do a Britney Spears song, do you come out like in total darkness and go, "It's Hoggy, bitch," and then start it?
I was kidding. That's when I was kidding. And I did Hit Me Baby one more time. So I did the whole schoolgirl look. That was when I was first starting. So it wasn't that great, but it was a contest. I didn't win. I actually lost to a black girl.
Well, you know, that's respectable.
No, she was great. He was great.
Well, we're just not genetically engineered to shake our asses like that.
No. It takes a lot of training and a lot of,
Well,
I'm Cherokee and from Texas. I can stomp around the campfire and I can waltz. That's about it.
mine shakes itself. I got a big old booty.
You get the boom booms.
And it just goes,
keep time a little bit, and your butt and your tits will move to the music.
if I move my legs right, my ass will shake.
Oh, you can work then.
If she moves her tits right, she will knock people out.
Don't give herself black eyes.
Yeah, bruised foreheads. And... Yes, Liz was blessed. Let's put it that way.
Don't remember already. You can feed a village.
She was double Z blessed. Or whatever they are.
280ZX or something
Double
like
L's.
Double L's.
Double L, my goodness.
that. What the hell?
How tall are you, Liz?
5'2".
Oh my goodness.
100% titty right here, no joke.
A couple of tits with a head and ass. Crazy. I mean, does it bother you? Like on a serious note, does it bother you ever?
No,
No.
not at all.
Well, I've known women who got reductions.
Hell no, these things were given to me.
Oh no, these are mine.
Oh, sorry.
Frank's like, no. Don't talk
They're
about.
all hers. I mean, they're on lease to me right now, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Yeah.
do have my own flotation devices.
And just for the record, Liz has amazing hugs.
I was
right here. Just
Yeah.
I told them I'm basically on a booster seat right now.
Yeah.
I do have a pillow under my butt to make me taller.
Oh,
that's
wow.
cute.
Funny. Yeah, it's so funny. I would love to see us next to each other to see the height difference.
It's funny enough with him, he's 6'1".
Oh,
Guys, we got to make this happen at some point. Y'all are practically neighbors, and I need something to do that's fun when we come to California.
I know what. We're probably about 2 hours apart, aren't we?
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
We are in, yeah. about
She
2
goes
hours.
out to like
2.5.
Lancaster, Palmdale area.
Yeah, Lancaster. You've been up to
regularly, so-
Tehachapi?
Yeah, we were just talking about Tehachapi.
I freaking love Tehachapi.
We would go to Tehachapi to avoid the whole masking thing, and we would go to restaurants that didn't require masks.
Tehachapi didn't give one fuck about it. They're like, no. They're like, no. And the funny part about it is Tehachapi is like one of the most, not to get political, but they're more progressive than the rest of Kern County.
Right.
And they were the ones who were like, no, we're going to keep everything open. We care about it and stuff.
Well, that and like Glenville, they were the same.
Yeah, but Glenville is like, there's like no population up there at all. There's like 2
Where is
people
that
up
at?
there.
It's over near Kernville, which is like
So,
maybe an hour-ish north of us.
When you come into Bakersfield and you keep heading north, and then you go on the north of the 99, you get off on like Merle Haggard Highway, which is also 7 Standard, and then you head up to basically where one of the roads ends, and it turns into 155, and it goes all the way up, and it's literally like there's a cemetery there that the earliest grave we saw was from 1812.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to say 18. No, maybe
It's
a little
awesome
bit
up
later,
there.
but we found
We
a
found-
we found a mass grave that we knew about already, and then we found last time we went there, I found a mass grave that we didn't know about.
We're totally going there when I come back.
Yeah.
Merle Haggard Highway. I need to see that.
Yeah,
I don't-
Merle Haggard's from he's from Oildale. That's where he was born.
Oh, that's like
and that
north.
runs through it.
Yeah.
So
Does it cross Buck Owens Boulevard or whatever it's
no,
called?
Mario.
Buck Owens is right below that.
Mario knows. He said you should go to the Palace.
I've been there a few times.
We went up there to eat a few times. That's Buck
I love
Owens'
the Crystal
place.
Palace.
The
It's
Crystal
fun there.
Palace.
It's
Where's
fun.
that? Is that Tehachapi?
No, it's here in Bakersfield.
Oh, okay.
But it's so cool inside there.
It's really cool.
Mario calls his house the Palace too.
Oh,
I mean,
Whoa.
Mario, if that's an invitation, I am
I'll
so
go.
down.
We'll go to your palace. We'll hang out.
Will he feed us? Does Mario cook? I'll go.
Him and his husband, they have enough for an army that you can.
That's rad.
Oh yeah, he's the one that fed the masses. I remember now.
Yes.
Yes, he's the one that shoplifted food from the grocery store. That wouldn't sell it to him.
Well, they kind of insisted that he did. You know.
Well,
They
yeah.
kind of forced him to do it.
Yeah. I would have done the same thing.
You can do both. How funny.
Woohoo! Party at Mario's house.
Mario calls his place hot. What the hell is that?
Hobbiton. Like hobbits?
Oh, well, yeah, Mario can fit in there. Yeah,
Well, that means that we are both in the right place, Mario.
yeah. Mario's about your height. I think he's around what Mario 5'3", 5'2". He's the one in the heels. Yeah,
But you can wear heels better than
Liz would love a lesson in heels.
Yes, please. He's seen me try to walk in heels.
I had to catch her a couple times.
Like a newborn calf.
Was she coming forward?
I'm like a baby giraffe.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
You know those Latino boots that look like water skis that come out? She needs some heels like that so she doesn't,
That's
so she don't flip over on her face.
Is there a way to get like, you know how there's floaty devices to make sure you don't fall when you're in the water or like sink? Is there a way to do that with heels?
No, it's just called breaking your. It's just called breaking your ankle.
maybe
Which
like
I've done.
an airbag. As soon as it detects you falling, an airbag deploys.
Just, they're all.
Have you ever seen the runway models who've actually
Eating
they're
it.
Yeah.
eating it? Oh my god, I feel like I could feel it right in my ankle.
On
When
the-
their ankles twist and they just keep
Oh.
walking.
That hurts
Oh,
me every
it's
time I
brutal.
see it.
It is so brutal.
I'm like, there's a disability check waiting to happen.
Oh yes, okay, let's do it.
I'm in.
We have completely derailed.
Give me some high-heeled combat boots and I'm in.
I want to see Kelly in heels.
In a gun.
Yes.
And a gun, yeah.
I'm thinking sparkles, sequins. We already got some glitter on her today.
Well, I mean, if we plan
shine.
this correctly, everyone comes here. We'll take them up to the gun range. High
Yeah.
heels, drag everything. I have all my guns. We can all go shooting. Everything will be fun.
Yeah.
I'll teach you guys
I
how to
know.
do it. I'll teach you guys proper safety. Everything.
Oh, she already knows.
Oh, Kelly.
Well, both of them.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah. I'm a newer owner, but my wife, she's a Marine, so she's like very
Nice.
well versed, and she's taught me how to shot. I went and bought Marqueen, are you there? I bought a CZ 45, a semi-auto
Ooh.
45. It's a big, heavy gun. It's really big and heavy, and I had a lot of fun shooting it, but it's a big gun. But yeah, I can shoot. I'm pretty good at it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
We can do this. This would be fun.
Hey, I'm so down for all of
I,
this.
I like to draw smiley faces on my targets when I go to the gun range. It freaks
I did
people out.
that. The silhouette. Oh, it's fun. The place where we go and shoot at, they allow you to fire akimbo. Both hands.
Where do you guys go?
Oh, it's Five Dogs. It's up near. It's actually up near Glenville, going that direction. So.
Do you know where Santa Clarita is?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been to that. There's a gun club there. That's the one I shot at. I shot up there the most recently one.
I don't know where Hawkins County is. I live in Hood County, which is close to Fort Worth.
Then I would assume that answer is no.
Yeah.
Texas is so huge, man. It
We've
is.
got so many counties. I mean, it's ridiculous. We don't do things in miles here. It's hours.
Yeah.
I like Kelly's nice answer.
No, I live in the biggest county in the country. San Bernardino, did you know it's the biggest county in the country?
It is.
What
It's
is it?
huge.
Los
And
Angeles.
most-
Where?
And most of it has nothing.
Yes. It's insane. This
We'll
is
have to
how the
Google where
counties work
Hawkins
right here.
County is. I have no clue.
Kern County is huge too. There's Kern County. I think we're
Bakersfield
third.
is just huge.
I think we're third behind LA County, or maybe
You guys ever
fourth.
go to Mammoth?
Yes,
Yes.
I love Mammoth.
We're planning on it like next week.
In a
or
couple weeks.
few weeks.
So,
We're actually going. We rent a cabin up there, and we're going the end of July. It's like the end of July, first couple days of August.
Nice.
Me and a bunch of friends. We got a couple of cabins up there. So we did it last year. It was so great. Before we left, I go. I want to reserve the same cabin, same time next year.
That's
so-
awesome.
We
I
have
love
Yeah,
Mammoth
it's-
Brewing Company. It's that pub is so good. Their food is so good. Everything around there is freaking awesome. Camping, camping, hotels, everything right there, and it's all fun right there.
Yeah, I don't know if Shelly's there. She grew up part of her life in Mammoth, and yeah, we had a great time. It was everything smelled so good. It was just clean and clean, crisp sky and everything. It was nice. No cell service where we were,
Nope.
but that's the whole point, getting away.
I like going places like
My
that.
phone or our computer just did something. Okay, we're good.
Me,
Oh,
me
yeah.
and my wife and I go to a place here in Texas it's like a retreat, and they get little cabins, and there's a kitchen. They feed you 3 healthy meals a day. It overlooks the lake. No cell service. Tempur-Pedic beds that do this, and
Oh, that sounds awesome.
hawks flying by the window in the mornings. It's pretty great.
Well, when you don't have a cell phone service, it forces you to enjoy nature and real people. The closest I get to a mammoth is my former sister-in-law.
Is she hairy or just quite large? I'd like to know.
Oh my God, I remember last year when you went there. Yep, I'm going again, Holly. There'll be more pictures.
This sounds like a good place for a family outing.
Maybe I'll take my wig next time and I'll do it.
Do it.
Yes.
Why take just one wig when you can take 12?
That's true. I have 12. I have at least 12.
I only have 3. But
Why
there's
do I want any wig?
really no need for a wig when I do my hair multiple colors.
My hair's
Yeah,
tight.
no, you have to get an average, normal wig. That would be
I have it's down here even. I have a
Yeah. Wait.
I have a rocky,
homie.
not a merkin.
Well, let's just go ahead and put the rated R warning up right now. This is gonna show the vagina off. No, I'm just kidding.
Tonight on Psycho Bunny OnlyFans.
Hey, you remember when I was Frankenfurter?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, that's cool.
I was Frankenfurter. Liz has a merkin.
Yeah, Liz does a mean Frankenfurter and a mean Captain Spaulding as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. Love to see it.
Oops.
This one?
Drop the merkin.
Is that nothing?
I have a rainbow merkin. Well, and when I perform, so I'm gonna wear this tube top, and I have a mini skirt, the same material and everything, and then I got a flesh colored thong, and I'm gonna glue the rainbow merkin to it, and then I'm gonna put it on, and then my skirt is gonna be just short enough so you can see my pubic hair. But
That's freaking awesome.
the stage is elevated from the stage, so you'll be able to look, from the bottom. You'll be able to see my back.
That is
By the way,
awesome.
Kivo says you are so seductive.
Oh, Kivo, thank you so much.
I found it.
It's not the merkin.
It's not a merkin.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
My blinky thing went out. What's my blinky thing?
Those do great when you style a wig. You then carefully put the netting over it,
Mhm.
and then you really spray a ton of hairspray all over it. Let it dry, and then you pull the fishnet wig cover off of it, and the wig is perfectly. It stays perfectly styled.
This was styled still until I did that.
So I assume it's a curly wig
Oh yeah,
for Frankenfurter. Yeah.
it is quite you know, when you got big old boobs and you try to be Frankenfurter,
That's what I told you.
you just look like a stripper.
It's like, you're a streetwalker. It's not working for you.
I don't see the
mean,
problem with that.
it's like you're-
Because Frank has a very manly body.
yes.
So yeah, so it's not the same. I know.
Yeah, you just kind of, I just looked like a hooker.
I was like, you're fucking hot, but
Yeah, I think it's Frank probably loves it.
I was like, this is amazing.
Where do I put the dollars?
He was Eddie.
Maybe Frank and his Frankenfurter like this.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm more than a Frankenfurter.
His Frankenfurter.
A whole pack of hot dogs.
At least it's not a Vienna sausage.
That's funny.
I almost burst into song, but I heard copyright infringement all over it, so I'll just stop.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
What song?
The hot dog song.
He's gonna be over here going, "There's a light."
Burning in the fireplace.
Now we all know I'm the queen of the falsetto when it comes to the Rocky Horror Picture Show movies.
We're
Or the
we're the
soundtrack.
Branch Davidians. Burning in the fireplace.
Oh my God. I totally forgot about the Branch Davidians. Weren't they the ones in San Diego?
They were the ones in Texas.
Were they? With Correct?
Yes.
Yes,
They're the
Waco.
Branch Davidians. Waco.
yes.
Totally remember that. Totally
An
remember.
hour and a half from my house.
Really?
They added that was added in later on, like, cause I just forgot. Rocky Horror is like it's all ad libbed, So and that was added in when that happened, and I'm wondering what's going to happen later on when there's more cults and stuff like that, or stuff. We're going to keep.
We
adding to
haven't
it.
had a good cult murder yet, have we? We haven't had a good one in a while.
No, they got smart. They got real smart. They're like, you know what? If we don't really do anything majorly bad, we can keep going on for a little while. Actually,
I remember the most recent one was the one Heaven's Gate. Do you remember Heaven's
Yes.
Gate?
The Haley Bob comet.
Yeah.
Mr. Applewhite.
Mr. Applewhite himself.
Our mascot is Mr. Applewhite.
Oh yeah, check this out. This is our main mascot at Psycho Bunny Death Cult, and he is Mr.
We
Applewhite,
just changed it.
right
Yep.
there in the corner, next to Kelly.
Excuse me.
It's just, which way does it go?
Right there.
That guy.
Right there.
And then we even for the holidays we change him up a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
You know,
He
got a
has a
little
Christmas
bit.
hat on that one. Santa's hat.
By L. Schmidt. San Francisco. I don't think I've had anybody tell me they're from San Francisco.
Well, awesome.
Well, hi, Al.
Hello.
I'll get
Nice
people.
and cool up there right now.
Oh, I bet.
Man,
I do love San Francisco weather.
I love San Francisco weather. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I hate driving there though.
Yeah, the 5 is like very boring. And then if you ever drive the 5 at night, it becomes
I'm talking
that
about
movie.
in the city.
Oh,
I hate driving in the city.
I can park somewhere and walk. I don't care about that.
Where are you gonna walk? Uphill or uphill?
That is it is what it is.
it's fun. I'll tell you, it's fun driving a truck there. 18
Stick shift?
Yeah.
Oh
And
God.
they would only, after a while, San Francisco, they were kind of really, which is odd for a city as big as they are. You think they would understand that goods and services come in on trucks, but they didn't like big trucks being there. So then, I don't know if they were going to enact a law or an ordinance or whatever, but big trucks had to leave San Francisco by 4 a.m. and they had to kind of deliver between 10 and 4. But not all the stores would comply with that because of the traffic, of course. But I've had to back up a big rig into basements in San Francisco, and it's just crazy. It's absolutely.
I couldn't even passenger in San Francisco. I had an anxiety meltdown trying to get to the bridge, okay?
Yeah.
You know that
When you see the engines and they're this big going under the bridge, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's high up.
I'm not. Well, I'm sort of afraid of heights, but not. I'm one of those afraid of heights. Okay, you're from San Bernardino. You know that area where you go climbing the big trees that they have? Like they actually let you belay up.
Is it like Lake Arrowhead or
It's
something?
not Lake Arrowhead. It's kind of near that though.
I need to do this, though.
I'm not familiar with it. I'm really not. I'm not.
so there's this area up there, and I can't think of the name of the area, but basically, I go up. They had a 100-foot tree that you can climb, and I was like, yeah, I'll totally do it. So I get the belay on. I get about 50 feet up and realize I'm afraid of heights.
No.
So they're telling me, then just climb down. I'm like, no. They're like, then jump. No.
I'm frozen in fear.
I was up there going, don't know what to do.
Just look down and go, wow, wow.
I'll do that. Like, I never realized I had a thing for heights either until one day I was somewhere high looking over and my legs got very deep. And I just get very, like, my legs turn into pasta, like wet pasta. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean, that's the only kind of thing that I get. But I don't mind flying or, doing, I just don't want to look over the edge of something.
Le perle du vide.
I feel the omelette du fromage. What did you call it again?
Le perle du vide.
There you go. The call of the void. I feel that every time I get up high. I can feel the gravity.
Uh-huh.
I can imagine myself falling off of it or jumping off it. And I can just feel it pulling at my guts.
I do that too. I get on the edge of things and I go, I just want to jump off.
Like it just goes
Like
through
the
your
edge
head.
of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. It goes through your head. You're like, if I do this right now, it's just gonna be a quick death, but I can at least experience something real fast.
So could you guys do that bridge that walks out on the Grand Canyon? You know how they now have this platform that goes out?
Oh, I could do
The
that.
I
glass
haven't done it.
overlook.
I have not done it.
I will.
I mean, I probably would, but I'd be scared the whole time.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen when I try to do it.
I'd rather do what I always do, and that's get right up to the edge and like lay down and look over, because I do have that tendency to do this on the edge of high places.
Oh, what's the building in Los Angeles that has a slide going on the side of it?
The Interstate Building.
There you go. There's an actual, Kelly, there's an actual slide on the side of the building.
You know they're getting rid of that?
Oh, they are?
Uh-huh. And I wanted to do it before they got rid of it. They've already...
Oh, they suck. I need to do this.
Because it's supposed to be like glass in parts, right? Like you can actually see down.
Yeah, it's glass and it goes from one floor to the next.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
I could do it though.
It's on the outside of the building. Yeah, it's closed. I guess it was that popular.
That's awesome, though.
And they just recently sold the building, so the new owners are just getting rid of it.
Nah.
Kitty, if you bungee jump off of it, I'll get you out of jail.
Oh my God. Have you guys bungee jumped or parachuted or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
I wanted to, but I was too heavy.
I have
Tracy needs attention, by the way. So, hi, Tracy.
Tracy is one of my best friends in the whole world. We've been friends since 9th grade.
She said to you, this is like Camp Crayon on steroids.
But Kelly, 9th grade was only last year for you, wasn't it? That was only last year.
Yeah, Camp Crayon's our reference to the Funny Farm. Yes, welcome to the Institute, Tracy.
What is the longest, do you have any friends in your life that you've had since childhood?
I do.
Yes, I've had the same friend since 1975.
No shit.
And my roommate just walked by. We've been friends for almost 35 years.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Is that Lisa? She was in here for a second in the chat.
Yeah.
Lisa's awesome.
Allie and I have been friends for
Come say hi.
25 years, I think.
Ren and me have been friends for over 25 years.
That
She
great?
married us.
That long?
Isn't it great? Because then
Here she
like,
goes. Say
there's
hi.
no more pretenses.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Hogatha. Hi, guys.
Hi. Sorry, I'm putting my wig over here.
There's a couple sisters that I'm friends with. I've known since kindergarten. And we still talk to this day.
If you ever want to know what a ride or die bitch looks like, there's two of them right here.
I'm Mexican now since.
Ja, 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 ja.
Right,
Everyone's all la 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 la, and all you want to do is ja 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 too.
Yes.
Oh, wow, Andy.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Cool.
I've been parasailing. Does that count for anything?
I've been parasailing.
That. So that's where you're like in the water and you get pulled.
Yeah, you have the
Uh,
parachute.
I would love to do that stuff.
Did you see the video of the guy who was they were parasailing, the two guys, and they were like they spanned their camera down, and it was a whole bunch of jellyfish that they were like almost falling into. Yes.
Oh.
I would die.
Have a good one, Rebecca.
The guy that was driving our boat dipped our feet in the water next to the dolphins that were doing this underneath us in the wake.
Oh,
How
that's cool.
neat.
It
How
was super cool. And in Texas, there's only two places you can do that. There's only two people that run active riggings. One's 100 feet rope, and the one I went on is 250 feet. And yes, Hogatha, us big girls can go parasailing. Those rigs will hold up to 4 adults.
Oh, you just need a faster boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
You just need a faster boat.
Oh my God, we need a bigger boat.
I really need a bigger boat.
We better get that bigger boat right now. I'll tell you what.
No, but you and I can
I'm sorry, I'm
sit
just
in the same
kidding.
rigging and go parasailing. That's how it works.
I would love to do that. You know, anytime me and Marqueen have looked into like parachuting or bungee or hang gliding, they do hang gliding over here off the San Bernardino Mountains, and they always tell me I'm too big. So I don't know. Maybe I have to pay more or what. I'm skydive, but I would never parasail. Oh wow!
I feel like that's a little ass backwards. I'm sorry, Tracy.
Well, we have been friends for 35 years as well.
She'll
Think
jump
about
off the plane, but not want to be dragged behind a boat.
I know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
How many horror stories have you seen where they're like getting ready to parasail and all of a sudden they're just dragged across the sand and then they're just stuck up in the air with sand in their mouths and all this other stuff? I'm kind of with that.
I saw a big guy doing that they were pulling him from land over the water, and he was just dragging along in the dirt.
so I was on a boat or whatever, and they didn't do it from land. They launched me from the boat.
Oh wow, really?
Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ, are you serious?
They were
The
going.
way you just said that, they launched me from the boat. Hopefully she flies. I don't know.
They basically did. What they did is they just like let out the parachute, and it was like bye.
It's just a fucking catapult.
That's exactly how it works. It's completely frictionless. You're sitting there, then you just leave.
They
And
were
then
like,
this
just pretend you're
30-foot
Peter
boat.
Pan.
Yeah, and then this 30-foot boat's this big, and you're going, holy shit, I'm up here high.
They're over here going, just pretend you're Peter Pan. Have fun. I was like, bitch, I'm Tinkerbell.
You know, just pretend you're Peter Pan. Peter Pan killed the Lost Boys when they grew up. What?
Yeah, and you're over water, so it's okay if you pee a little.
They taught us never to come out of a plane unless it's on fire. Oh,
Yeah.
In the Army, there's a bunch of us that like to jump out of planes, but I'm not one of them.
You guys also eat your cereal with a hand, too.
I do
I'm
not.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, I had to.
oh my God.
At 10,000 feet, there is some very possible problem, but I'm sure.
Yeah, but
Oh,
are you
yeah.
going to be
Yeah,
able to
except for
restart?
when the parachute doesn't work.
Can you
Even the
resuscitate
corrective
me
one.
at 10,000 feet? Because I'm going to have a fucking heart attack if I have a failure. Yeah, right there.
And throw you off the boat.
No, I see more being launched out of a torpedo cannon. If you're going to be launched off the boat, it could be out of a cannon.
Big slingshot.
Literally.
Used to boot you Army people from Fort Lewis. Oh wow, we went like
Went a little over.
a little bit over. I'm totally okay with this.
Me too.
I'm gonna go around. Is there anything anybody else would like to say before we end the show?
This is way too much fun.
It
Thank
was.
you so much.
Yeah, no, I appreciate. I love being on here, meeting new people, talking to new people. Love it. It's great.
Thank you so much. It has been a blast having you on here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys have been great. A lot of fun.
I told Kelly what I wanted to do, and Kelly was like,
We'll keep it open after the live ends, so we can say proper adieus and whatever, or hang out. You know?
yes.
There is one thing we got to show real fast. What we got going on this Friday for
Oh,
Red.
yes, definitely.
In
So,
honor of Pride Month.
I don't. That's so horrible to say.
I know we're covering the mall Santa killer on Rootsby Red this Friday.
Bruce MacArthur.
Bruce MacArthur.
But he was a home.
He
Yes, he was.
was, and it was in Toronto or Ontario. I was reading a lot about it today, and I was like, ooh, we gotta cover him. So he basically didn't start killing until the 2000s, and he had a lot of issues. He was from a very restrictive family who wouldn't let him, come out or anything like that. So, and then things kind of started happening in the 2000s. So, and that's what we're going to be covering this Friday for Roots We Read.
Oh,
Tomorrow night is Odd Mother.
And what is she covering tomorrow? I
don't
forgot.
know. I just know Odd Mother's on tomorrow night.
You know, I was looking at your guys' Facebook, and you guys do a lot of different things. And
Oh, yeah.
And I've only seen the one Facebook group, so I'm assuming like there's. And you guys were talking about other groups and other things and stuff. So you guys do a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We're very eclectic.
We try to
I
be
even
eclectic.
provide live music. Me and my friend Christina, it's Stray Hair on the first Thursday of the month.
And it's freaking awesome.
We play live rock and roll.
Oh, that's
Christina's
cool.
awesome. Christina can belt it out. She's amazing, amazing
Oh,
singer.
that's so
Kelly's
neat.
an amazing guitarist. She's absolutely
Thank
fucking
you.
amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, Cautionary Tales.
Cautionary
That
Tales
is what
tomorrow
is
night.
going to be tomorrow night with Mother de la Mort. And then Thursday,
The Battle Haven?
I think the Battle Haven's on.
Yep.
He's talking. I forget what he's talking about now, but he basically covers like tabletop games, like D&D, that kind of stuff, or like the miniatures. Friday, that's gonna be us,
Saturday.
and we are covering. We already.
Saturday's a metal show with us.
Saturday,
or,
we got the metal show
New
with
characters coming.
some new hosts joining the metal show.
Awesome.
Hogatha, you've seen one of them.
Yes, it's awesome. It's great.
Thank you. I just gotta get her a name.
Hey, Liz, will you put that bottom Psycho Mannequin 13 comment up?
Yes, that is Mikey.
Oh,
And
Out of the Ordinary.
Out of the Ordinary.
Dude, he was on point yesterday. It was amazing. I was working and I just popped in to say hi and look at things. He's good. Mikey is real good at what he does.
So he reads stories or what?
Stories, cryptids, and stuff like that.
We
Oh,
ended up
that's neat.
talking about his bunny had a very unfortunate demise recently,
Oh.
and we were trying to solve it. And because there was a hole ripped in his steel reinforced cage, just the bunny's fur, no other fur, no blood from the bunny, no blood from anybody.
Yeah, we went total CSI last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
And you know, being as I grew up hunting and tracking and all that kind of stuff in Texas, I'm still clueless as to what happened to Bunny Rabbit.
So the bunny is missing. And it,
No,
Oh
he's
no, the
really
body
found
is
it.
there.
oh,
No blood.
But a hole, there was like, where was it
No,
at?
there were no holes.
There were no holes or nothing.
Couldn't find anything.
Oh, something ripped out, opened the cage, and then it was just dead on the ground.
oh wow.
No blood from either party. No blood in the bunny.
Ah,
And somebody did suggest a dingo ate the bunny.
Maybe it was.
Yeah. And so far, Chupacabra is the only logical explanation we have.
Also, yes, Fridays, Cemetery
Joe.
Joe
Yes.
and the Cemetery Kids.
Thank you, Brent. Sorry.
And then, whoa, wait, I'm sorry, Cemetery Joe, and I want to say that it's now Bedtime Stories for the Undead.
Yes.
Yes.
me and my friends, we used to, when I was in my goth days, we would go to the cemetery in Riverside. They have an old cemetery, big tombstones, and we would
Mhm.
take pictures of each other, all dressed up and everything. And we were getting into Dungeons and Dragons, and we were playing on the steps of the mausoleum, and it was like really like 2 a.m. or whatever. All of a sudden, this helicopter comes and hovers over us and is shining the night sun on us, and they thought we were grave robbers and stuff.
Me too.
Yes, the cops came and told us to leave, but we had already had sex in the crematorium.
That's hot.
Oh, yes, I'm so forgetting people, and I'm so sorry, Otis. We
Otis,
have
the
Night
Night
of
of
the Living
Dreads.
Dreads on Saturdays. There, he has his Scurry Face edition, as well as the
Sunday.
Psycho Bunny edition.
Which is us.
And then on Sundays, is that when Psychosocial is?
Psychosocial's on Sundays.
Psychosocial is on Sundays.
Yes.
And we have some surprising new things that have yet to be announced, so you'll have
We
to
have a
come back
lot
and
of stuff
join us
coming, but
and follow to see what we're up to.
Sorry.
It's going to be a hoot.
Alrighty. So, Hogatha, please stay if you would like.
Yeah.
Kelly, you know the drill.
I'm sorry I was late, guys.
I
working.
am going to play a couple commercials, and then we are going to be out of here.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
This is Mr. Applewhite speaking. There is nothing wrong with your device. Join me here on Psycho Bunny DC. A delightfully dreadful consternation of horror content. Use your head and free your mind.
The Psycho Mantis, coming to you live from Psycho Mantium 13. Join us here throughout the week for all things in audio, visual, and literary content. You can also find us on the World Wide Web at psychomantium13.com. Join Psychomantium 13 and enter the weird.